Hello, welcome to part 2 of Losing the American Dream. This is a continuation of the video we just posted this past week involving the multiple wrongful foreclosures on my one home from Bank of America over the last couple of years. I would like to tell you about a couple of other issues that are involved with this case. The first one is, as I told you before, my oldest daughter was put on the mortgage when I purchased the home. And the reason I did that is because I have been divorced for many years, and being a single parent, I wanted to make sure that there would never be an issue with the house in the event that anything ever happened to me. So I put my name, Sarah, on the mortgage and the deeded to the house. So unfortunately, because Sarah's name was on the mortgage when the first wrongful foreclosure happened, this obviously affected Sarah's credit just as it did mine. And additionally, at that same time was also when Sarah and her husband were attempting to purchase their first family home together since their marriage. They'd only been married for a little bit less than a year at that point. And because of the wrongful foreclosure on her credit, they were denied purchasing the home. We ended up going to Bank of America asking for proof of rescission so that she would be able to purchase the home with her husband, and they kept telling us that we would receive something in the mail. We never did receive it, even though we were told to fax the request here, call this department asking for it, fax it over to this number, call that department. We were given the runaround even with that issue to no avail. We never ever received proof of rescission for Sarah to be able to purchase the home with her husband. So ultimately, her husband had to purchase the house without her. She had to sign away all interest and rights to the home, and the home is the sole and separate property of her husband only. And that certainly is not a way to start out a marriage, and it certainly isn't the way it should have happened with purchasing your first home together with your spouse. So Sarah has definitely suffered at the hands of Bank of America. The other issue is, to me, it's just beyond horrible. Beyond horrible. As I told you, I went to Houston a couple weeks ago for a deposition with Bank of America. They were deposing myself and my daughter. And when they were deposing me, they asked me a question. They asked me, do you have a special needs daughter? And I told them, yes, I do. And they didn't even ask me the next question. They basically presented it in a way of insinuation. This isn't exactly how they said it, but this is about how they said it. They said, don't you think that having a special needs daughter is the cause of your stress and not the fact that you've had to move over and over the last few years? So what they are doing is they are attempting to derail what they did and throw all of the blame on my daughter, my disabled daughter, my special needs daughter. First of all, I would like to introduce her to you. Come here, Brianne. This is my daughter, Brianne. She's 21 years old. Hi. This is my daughter, Brianne. She's 21 years old, and Brianne was born at 24 weeks. She was born 4 months prematurely. And due to the prematurity, she developed what is called retinopathy of prematurity, which is a disease of the retina. And because of that, she has a severe visual impairment. Otherwise, she is completely normal. She's just like everybody else in this world. And she finished high school a semester earlier than she was supposed to because she worked hard enough to be able to do that. She won the scholarship from her high school. She won the Outstanding Student Award. She won the Perseverance Award. She went straight to college, and she's working on a marketing degree. She's a very, very highly ambitious young lady and extremely smart, and they have no idea what they were even insinuating by even going this route with this case. She even advocates for disabled people. She is a public speaker. She has gone to college campuses and has spoken with students who are in teaching programs or, things of that nature about disabilities and visual impairment. I myself have been a public speaker for the March of Dimes for a couple of years, speaking about prematurity and disabilities and what the March of Dimes have done for children's hospitals, specifically the Children's Hospital in Iowa City where Brianne was in the NICU. So for them to say that Brianne is a source of my stress is just beyond incomprehensible. It's pure ignorance. They, instead of taking accountability and saying, okay, Miss Disney, we're sorry that we wrongfully foreclosed on your house, not once, but many times, and we're sorry that because of that, you've had to move over and over and over again, and we're sorry that we've disrupted your life, and we're sorry that, we've done the things that we've done to you. Instead, they're not taking accountability. They're doing what they do best. They're being dishonest. They've got a lack of integrity. They're trying to take this case and turn it into what I would now say is a case of discrimination. They are literally discriminating against my daughter, using her disability to get the limelight off themselves, to take the accountability away from what they've done to me. Like I said, instead of taking accountability and saying that they're sorry and fixing this, rectifying it, and compensating me and my family for what they've done to us for the last 3 years, now they are using my daughter as a tool to turn the wrongdoing away from themselves. To me, that's extremely unprofessional. It's highly inappropriate. It's complete ignorance, completely ignorant. It's just they're barking up the wrong tree doing this to me because, if anything, Brianne is like my biggest advocate. Brianne still lives at home. She has had to live through all of this right there alongside with me. She's had to endure everything that I've had to endure over the last 3 years. She has had to suffer the ramifications of what Bank of America did to me. In all reality, she should be able to sue them for what she's been put through for the last 3 years. And honestly, I even wish that an attorney would come forward and say, gee, maybe we should sue them for discrimination for what they're trying to do to you now. Now they're trying to use your daughter as a tool to get out of doing what they did to you with the wrongful foreclosures, using her disability. To me, that just screams discrimination everywhere. What do you think? God bless all of you.